In my generation, I lost so many friends to prison, to being murdered, to try to live a certain lifestyle that can't be sustained. It cannot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not. It is no way possible. And the chances that I took and found a career to open up some other doors for me, you know, I took those chances knowing that, okay, it's going to go either one or two ways. Either I'm going to make it through or I'm not, but I'm willing to accept either way. But as long as I keep my morals and values, and then you get to a place where, okay, you got something that's sustainable. And but I look at it like this, because my uncle used to always tell me, like, you know, you can get a brand new car and a brand new outfit, but mentally you can still have the same mindset and problems. So you just be a guy with a new outfit and a new car with the same mindset. You buy a brand new house and you go in there with your same demons. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? And they'll hunt you every day and night. So I think the real wealth is working on yourself and understanding, because when you see people and they're just naturally happy, and you sit there, and it used to be a long time, I used to sit there and be like, how in the hell are you smiling all day? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting up in the morning gang banging on bacon, man. I was mad at the bacon. Like, I was just mad, you know what I mean? Cause life had dealt me a bad hand, and I was just like, yo, why me? And the minute I started just to understand, like, you know, only you can make this better for yourself, who you surround yourself with, the type of conversations you have, the way you take care of yourself, being present. Because there was a lot of times I used to be at dinners with people, and I would be thinking about everything else in the world but what I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I didn't know how to be present. And you know what I'm saying? And it was to my kids that I just started realizing that, you know, you got to sit down and just have that, you know, that 1 or 2 hours where nothing else comes in and distracts you, and that's real happiness, because you're gonna hear your baby laugh, you're gonna see her, you know, scrape her knee, and she's gonna come to you and say, daddy, this and that, and then you just start understanding, wow, this is what it's really about: family, people, and waking up every day and choosing to be happy over choosing all this other stuff that you can't maintain or sustain. Because
there it is.
You feel me? You can have $1 billion, clearly it can't sustain happiness. So,
Right.
yeah, it's real.
Right, man. What I love what you're saying, you know, and 'cause I talk about this in the book, you know, that at the end of the day, we have to be the ones to create our happiness.
Right.
And a lot of times, you know, we're trying to outsource our happiness to people, circumstances, and situations. And I believe that at the end of the day, we have to be the ones to decide what makes us happy, what creates our happiness, and so that we are the ones that are in control of that. Right. Because whenever we're outsourcing it, you know, we're outsourcing it to this person. Well, guess what? That person might make you happy for a minute, but what happens when they do stuff that you don't like?
Right.
Oh, then you cut them off, or there's a problem, right? Or let's say, you know, I'm relying upon, you know, making a certain amount of money to be happy. Okay, well, what are you doing when a certain month, your funds dip? Does that mean you're not happy and you're not content? So one of the reasons I wrote this book, and when I talk about live free, living free means that we are not under the emotional, physical, or mental control of anyone or anything. That we are the ones that get to determine the expectations that we live by. We don't allow everyone else's expectations to become our expectations. And when we live free, that's the real path of peace. That's the real path of happiness. That's the real path of true freedom. And one of the reasons why I wrote this book is because so many people are not living free. They're living for their parents, they're living for their spouses, they're living for their kids, they're living for their church, they're living for the culture, they're living for the job, everybody but themselves. And for me, you know, I thought about this question that I posed to everybody. I say, you know, I thought about my life and I said, man, could I live with getting to the end of my life? And God said, great, you did everything that was expected, but you didn't do what was destined. And I could not live with that reality. So that's why I said, listen, I got to start making changes now to become my true self. And I want to encourage everybody to do the same, because you don't get anything out of doing what's expected unless it aligns with what's in your heart.
Right.